Welcome back to Fantastic Friday. New episode. What's your name?
Lucas.
Martin. Who we have around here?
We got, he's scratching his eye. Hey, you want to look at the camera? You want to look at the
I'm busy.
All right.
Okay.
I got.
How y'all doing? I'm Ivory.
Okay. Alex, A-Rod Woo on the
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, I like the woo woo. There it is. Yeah. Ashley on the laughs.
What's up?
Got our special guest. He's hidden right now. Or she. Who knows?
And then we have our superstar. Don't say nothing, superstar. Okay, you're just a star right now. You guys, I'm so excited, Lucas.
Star.
I'm excited.
What's that?
We missed last week's podcast, but we're gonna make it up for them today, right?
Absolutely.
So you know what? Last week, I felt lonely without doing the podcast. I missed you guys. You know that?
We miss you too, man.
Thank you. I just don't get the love same. You know, that's what I'm sharing. I'm done. College over with.
You know stars are made mostly of hot gas.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
There you go.
Really, you're busy looking up a fact rather than saying I miss you too. I
Oh,
love you. Showing
yeah.
expression.
We was talking about stars, so
We
I
were
thought I
never
was doing my
talking about
job.
stars.
Oh, did I miss that part? No.
We haven't gotten to that part.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys.
And he's our
Anyways.
special talent.
Actually, but that brought into kind of what we wanted to start doing. You were in Oklahoma last week doing training.
Yes, sir.
Doing what you do best. And we started discussing, we started talking about, potentially hosting one a month over there.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to start doing now is do one podcast every month out of Oklahoma so we can start bringing it over to y'all. So Oklahoma team, please start sending some guest suggestions so we can have some people. So it's a whole new roster over there. So send in your suggestions.
No, but you guys, really, please, this will only work if you guys help us work and get better. Please send us suggestions. Please send us if you have a superstar out there,
All-star.
overperformer.
All-star.
Superstar, all-star.
Is it the same thing?
Is it super and all, like all included with the super star?
I don't know.
Do you count all the stars or you say that superstar?
I mean, like, sports teams have all-star games, not superstar games.
Okay, so you proved the point.
Thank you.
All-star.
Have you seen that movie?
What
What
movie?
movie?
Superstar?
No.
That's with the.
maybe he has.
The one that smells the armpits?
Yes.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Yes,
You've
it
never
is.
seen it?
He's
You
young.
have to watch it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not that
I'm
young.
like, I'm right there with you. Oh my god.
So, guys, we do want to announce our winner.
Yes, from last week.
Yes. So, word of the day. That's the only way how we pick a winner. So,
Well,
pay
actually,
attention.
explain the new process.
The new process. So, this is how it works. So, the winner of last week was Cynthia Mesa. Give it up for Cynthia.
Congratulations. You won a high five.
Yes.
That's
And do we still have the special squirt from?
Yes. So Cynthia, come by today. Get your 2 squirts for winning.
Look at your camera, man.
2 squirts for winning. All right. And we are sponsored this week by Bath and Body Ocean Flavor. Good job.
Flavor.
Is it flavor?
It's not flavor.
Is it flavor?
Oh, look, yeah, it's a good flavor, man.
It's a scent.
It's a flavor.
Try
What
and
if
see
you
if it
just put-
smells like an ocean. Does it taste
So-
like an ocean?
And especially last week, I didn't have last week guests come by and get their birthday squirts. So I'll be here all week until Friday. So please come by and get your happy birthday squirts.
All right.
Oh.
Cynthia, we're really playing about getting the squirts over there with Bath and Body Works. Okay. So what you did win was tickets. Okay. So Astros are hot right now, right? You saw
Yes.
them yesterday. Wow. Well, day before
98
yesterday,
degrees, actually.
right? 15-1.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job, Astros. Representing Houston.
Those Stros.
So let us know. Come on by, stop by the office, and we'll get you those tickets. So moving on forward, the way you win is help me out because I got stuck earlier.
I got you. So we realized last time that people may not have been able to watch the video as soon as it came out, and we said at first that we were going to pick the first person to choose the word, but we think that's kind of unfair. So we're going to allow everyone to text in the word, and then the following podcast, the next week we do it, we're just going to choose a random person from the list of people that sent it. So there's no rush. If you're not the first person to hear it, that's fine. You still have an equal opportunity to win.
Now, I do want to say if you're the first person, your name gets inputted twice. Okay? So
That's one more than one.
yes.
Nice.
Did you know children of identical twins are genetically siblings, not cousins? Let that sit for a while.
Thanks, Discovery Channel.
That's what I do.
That is
It's
actually
really
really
weird.
weird.
Right? They're genetically siblings because
Because of
Don't
what?
no,
no,
we don't do
You
that.
said to yourself.
There's no follow up. There
You
are no
said
follow
cause of, and then you
Yes.
stopped yourself.
Yes.
Because of science.
because
You
of
left it
genetics.
Because of science.
Because of science.
All right.
All right, let's go over the birthdays.
So, yes, special shout out.
There's a lot of birthdays.
That's
So-
true, actually. We're
So
gonna list the
happy
roster.
birthday to everybody.
And we'll list the names there.
There's a list of names, so we'll have this at the end of the podcast for everybody's birthdays.
And anniversaries as well. I think he threw some on
There's
there.
a lot of anniversaries
Shout
too.
out to Dennis
So shout
for
out
this.
to
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank
to
you.
everybody's birthday in the
Nope.
month of August and anniversary month of August. Happy
Nice.
that day. Congratulations to you guys.
Sports. Moving on, sports.
You just
Astros
mentioned
won.
Astros won. Football,
All right.
football starts up in a couple weeks.
There we go.
College ball this weekend.
Oh, yes.
UT.
Yes. Oh, and OU.
Oh, man.
We want to shout out to OU. So
Look at your
I had a
camera.
lot of people that complained about, there was no representation to OU. So here you go. There's OU. We represent OU. All right.
That's for you, man.
Weather, Ivory. How's the weather looking?
It's hot.
It's hot.
Back to you guys.
It's continue to be hot.
When is it going to break? When does it cool down? Like September?
January. Or does it really? Does it really? Because I remember in December, we're still celebrating, right? It's supposed to be Christmas and hot outside.
Yeah.
You know, a cornflake in the shape of Illinois sold on eBay for $1,300.
Really?
Cornflake in the shape
How
of
many cornflakes do you think you've eaten that are been shaped like celebrities that you could have sold for a lot of money? Not only that, but how many times would you have stopped and said, this looks like someone? Never.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I don't eat cornflakes.
Really?
No.
Like Frosted Flakes?
No, okay. You didn't say
Those are
Frosted
cornflakes.
Those are-
No,
yes.
those are Frosted Flakes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Cornflakes they don't have any frost on them. Right, they're frostless.
Boom!
Huh?
Wow.
Right, they're just plain flakes. So yeah, but no, they're
Put
frosted.
sugar on it.
Yes or no?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
You like them?
It's not,
like
it's not up for discussion. We're moving on.
All right, facts guy.
Okay.
All right, well that's
Cornflakes.
one
not-
joke. Do you have a
Cornflakes.
joke? Do you have one joke for the day?
Hey, do you know squirrels are behind the most power outages in the U.S.?
I believe that.
Yes.
I believe it. Not because you said it, but I believe that.
Well, the internet said it, so it's
Amen.
true.
Can we get a joke? Just one.
One joke.
Yeah. Or does anyone else in here have a joke off the top of their head? You know a joke? Special guest, you know a joke? No? Oh, you don't do joke? Okay. I don't do happiness.
I don't do
like-
funny. I don't do funny.
This is gonna be terrible. He's gonna say like,
Why did the cookie cry?
I don't know.
It crumbled?
Because his mother was away for so long. You asked for it, man. Don't complain if you're gonna ask for
Hey,
it.
I'm not complaining.
Hey,
All
you
right,
see
there
the
we
face
go.
of the All-Star just...
You know they say it takes an hour to drive to outer space?
To drive?
Right.
I don't know how they measured that, but hey, go figure.
Just the distance and average speed.
It's on the internet.
That's how
So it's
distance
true.
works.
We don't argue with the internet.
Tesla threw a car up there. It's just circling around the Earth right now. Maybe that's who measured it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact.
It's a Tesla,
It's a fact.
the new one, the Roadster. He just got it just orbiting right now.
Really?
Yeah. I may be wrong. It sounds like a fact that I just made up for sure.
There we go.
Wow. Adult cats only meow at humans, not other cats.
No.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That's, yeah.
All right.
right.
Thanks for that. Okay. Replication time.
Well, I got a joke.
Oh.
I have a joke here. So, someone stole my Microsoft Office, and they're gonna pay. You have my word. That's for you, Myron. IT guy. Special shout out.
Just naming word products and suddenly it's an IT shout out.
So shout out. So,
Did you know the cigarette lighter was invented before the match?
Really?
That's
That's really surprising.
it is.
When was the lighter invented? No, I'm sorry. I thought it
now
had
going back to it, that's just
There are no follow-up questions, but
Can you-
I will look that up for you.
That's important.
I will look that up for you.
Why?
How will they light up a room before with alcohol? Light up.
True.
The battle was actually without any liquid. It was more like a match in a rope kerosene or something.
Something,
You see, it has a match. Now you threw in a match.
No, it was not.
It's like a
just-
wick.
Yeah, fire.
Fuego.
All right.
When was it?
Makes sense.
They say 1823.
Really? Wow. And the match?
Oh, that was the match.
Wait, it was before 1823 was the lighter then? That's shocking.
19th century, yeah. 1823. That's,
Cool.
go figure, huh?
Go figure.
All right, guys. So we don't have no jokes on. So please submit. Once again, we're asking for jokes here because if you leave it up to us,
Honestly, they may have sent something we just did.
What did the baby Egyptian say when he got lost?
thank you, Lucas.
I have a joke.
I'm sorry. You're a joke.
Yeah. What did the
Nice.
baby Egyptian say when he got lost?
He just agreed too. What's up? What's up?
I'm leaving.
No, come on, big guy.
That's as far as he got.
That is as far as I got.
What's the joke?
What did the baby Egyptian say when he got lost? I want my mommy.
That's funny. That's funny. That's
Really
good.
bad.
That's good. Hey, let's
Come on, guys. That
let's
was
finish
good.
with that joke.
That was good.
Let's finish with that joke.
Oh, that was good.
So, you guys, today we do have, we could say 2 special guests, right? But one of our guests, he's an all-star, okay? He was selected from the sales side. We did talk about we want to replicate people, not duplicate, okay?
That's
So,
the same thing.
it's not the same. It's spelled differently, correct? Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh,
And look who's talking. The one that doesn't know how to spell, huh?
I know.
So we want to replicate our people out there. All right. So all stars, please. If you have an all star in your department, please send them over. Okay. We want to interview these people so we could replicate them. We only grow. I don't think that's my part to say grow because I got stuck at being short, right? But we only get better if we just learn from the best. Okay. So we want to introduce this all star. Give it up to Raul.
Oh, wait,
Stand by
hey,
here.
bro, before you get over here, come get your all-star squirt
Oh, go get your all-star squirt. Yes.
for all-stars. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. All-star
smells
squirt.
really
Thank you,
good.
Bath and
It
Body
Need a
Works.
bigger table, man.
It does. So, Raul, no, you stand up, Raul.
Oh, nice.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Can you see?
This guy here, you guys.
He's
my
big,
face
man.
Can you see his face, Alex? Oh, you can't? Oh, okay.
Just
so,
cut off just like
yeah.
right here.
I'll just go down.
Just do a wall sit for
No,
5
but yeah,
minutes.
you can come down, Raul. So, come on by.
Come on by.
Come on by.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, he's good. So, now, Raul, how long have you been growing? I'm sorry.
Probably a couple of hours.
Couple of hours? Okay. What's your routine, man? I want to know more about you because whatever you
First of all,
do.
let's find out where he works. What location do you work at?
I'm sorry. I'm
You
moving
don't
on.
ask anything about where
I'm
who he
asking.
is.
Hold on. Right now, I'm curious to see how he's growing so I could, replicate myself.
Put some heels on.
Okay.
So what location do you work at?
Airline location.
Airline. How long you been there?
Been there a year and 3 months, 4 months.
Awesome.
So, a year and 3 months, you started out as a salesperson, right?
Yeah.
So, Raul recently just got promoted as an MIT manager in training.
Mitt.
He got selected as manager in training because he's always giving Alfredo and Ricardo, managers at Airline, an apple every day.
That's
Giving the
it.
answer.
That's what did it.
Right?
And a
Well,
special
that's-
note right there.
Special
Lovely
note? No. All jokes aside, you guys. Raul, we have history, correct? So let me, can I real quick tell you the story of how I got to meet Raul?
They wore man purses.
Oh,
together.
that was.
Yes. It's funny.
It's
Now-
a nice one.
Raul, it's a nice one. Raul, this guy here was stopping by for an interview, and it was crazy because that day I was looking for salespeople, and I was at the Highway 6 location with the previous company, and I was looking for salespeople, and all of a sudden Raul comes in. Now Raul walks in with the special item right next to him, a Merce. That's who inspired me. Remember the last podcast? I was talking about Merce. This is the Raul that inspired me to get a Merce. Okay, it's real cool, by the way. Sorry for making fun of you. Now I know how you feel. It feels awesome. It feels awesome. You guys, Raul comes in. He goes, I'm here for my appointment. So I'm like, I don't recall setting up an appointment for an interview, right? So I asked around. He goes, yeah, I think it was me. So we interviewed the guy, and, we liked the guy, so we just gave him an opportunity. So Raul leaves, right? And Raul, tell us what happened after you left.
Well, basically, I left the interview, and then because Martin told me, hey, you have to go to the main office. They're going to do an interview for you, blah, blah. So I was going over there. Then 15 minutes, me driving to the other office, I get a phone call. They were like, hey, Raul, are you still coming into the interview? I'm waiting for you, this and that. I was like, I just left from the interview. He goes like, which location did you go to? I was like, to the Highway 6 location. He's like, how's the building? Oh, it's so-and-so. Oh, you won with the other guys. Okay, thank you. We hung up, so.
Wrong company?
Wrong
company.
So Raul was going to get interviewed with
Nice,
the
we
company next
lucked
door. Yes. So ever since then, hey, we did a good call, right?
Yeah.
So you guys,
It was
Raul.
destiny, probably.
It was destiny, man. So, Raul, tell us how it feel to get promoted, to be promoted.
It feels good. It feels that I don't know how to explain it, but I feel that what I do or what I've done has made me where I'm supposed to be, and I don't know. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Like the first time you put on a
Successful.
Merce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
we
a
perfect time to
perfect-
put on immerse.
You probably don't know this story, but Ivory used to call me Novella.
Novella.
Tell
Really?
them
Really? Why?
Why did I call you novella? Because he looked like one of the guys on the novellas. So I called him because we worked together for a long time. So
It's the hair.
Here.
He does have a nice flow.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
the,
know, but
And he walks
used to
around
say that
not trying to
I
mess
will
up his
walk
hair
into
the whole
Highway
time.
6 and open the door, and then the AC will blow.
blow and it just like a novella, like he's walking in. It's like, I'm here, baby. I'm coming to get you. They're like, no.
And Ivy's sitting there like,
Music and all that stuff.
Ivory looks at his hair and starts up.
what I would give.
I
moment
do
of
want to say
pride.
one thing about Rule and the manager and trainer program. It really is an investment in the people that we have, and so that program is set up to say, hey, we believe in you. We believe that you can at one point be a leader in our company, and that whole program is set up. So when I see somebody like Raul and some of the other MITs that we have, it's an investment. We're making an investment in you guys' success because we think you guys are leaders. So
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bro, did you ever think you were ever gonna be put in this position as a MIT bro?
yeah, he kept calling me every week.
I was
Hey, he knew he was coming. At some point, I would go say yes or fire me.
I'll be like,
Persistence beats persistence every time.
baby.
Can I get a promotion?
You want to give any special shout outs out there to the people? Anybody?
Shout out to Mustache. Fredo.
Mr. Fredo, mustache.
Fredo.
If you're watching.
Ricardo.
How's your adoptive working parents or parent? How would I put it? Your adoptive parents, right? Your work parents.
Wow,
Good?
what are you trying to say, man?
I don't want them to take over their actual parents, but their work parents. Not
Oh.
they're not stepdads.
Okay.
Alfredo is a dad.
Yeah, he's a dad. There.
Like just total
Yes.
dad.
Oh man.
Good guy though. Shout out to
They're good
Fredo.
mentors.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Alfredo, he has everything in line, and everything's
Literally
perfect.
everything in line.
Everything has
Very.
to be matching and everything. It's
There's
kinda
not a
like-
hair out of place on that thing.
Oh yeah.
And then Ricardo is
So he's got a dad stash.
Ricardo
Stash.
keeps the ambience pretty good. I mean, he's a good closer. He's a good sales manager as well, but he maintains the team hyper active. I don't know, laughing and stuff. So
Ricardo.
They're a very
Ricardo?
good combo.
Well, an MIT is not
Alright.
only a testament of that person that's going into that program. It's also a testament to the managers themselves, because those managers have made an investment in this one person. So under their tutelage, he was able to be promoted into this program. So not only him, but shout out to Alfredo and Ricardo. They did a good job on that one.
You like to say that you, as long as you hire the smartest person in the room, right?
I had a manager tell me a long, long time ago. He said, one, hire people that are smarter than you. And what was the other one he said? I'm going to show you everything that I know. The more you know, the less I have to do.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people might get intimidated by that, though. A lot of managers may not want to do that. And sometimes it's kind of a fearful thing, but it actually looks way better on you when you have people like that.
When and these are for managers. When they're hiring, they need to be hiring. Is this the next store manager or above? You know, when I started a long time ago, they always told us when you hire somebody for 2 positions above for what you're hiring for. And if they can't be that, then they probably not. They don't need to be part of your company. So,
Right.
So you got one more spot to go up,
I got to.
and then that's it. No more. you're 2 spot limit minimum. You're done.
Are you texting right now? It's so rude.
That was his moment. That was his time. I'm giving him his time. You
How
know what
long
I'm
you
doing?
been in, well, how long you been in the car business, bro?
6 years.
6 years. Right.
I came from the hospitality environment. Well, you probably don't. It was him who interviewed me. I was with the hotels at first, and then kind of like moved away. I was always interested in the car business, but where I'm at from El Paso, Texas, it is kind of hard to get into it. And when I got here, I was more interested, and that's how I met Martin.
So usually the guy at the door when they open, the wind comes in, they blow your hair. It's like, oh, yeah, I want to stay there.
That's why he liked me, because I went over there.
I want to stay at that hotel.
Yeah, he walked in like this. I'm like, hey.
Yes, how can I help you? He's like, yes.
He had one of those little fan setups who always had the breeze.
The breeze everywhere he goes. It's like,
Yeah.
it's raining. Why'd you have breeze?
All right, Mr. All-Star. So thank you for your moment. Thank you for your time. I know you have to go back to your store. All right. So
Thank you,
enjoy
bro.
your MIT. Not for long, because we soon want you to be a manager. Right. So we're going to take off those training wheels sooner than later.
Sooner than later.
Does it make sense? It makes sense to me. So now we brought up the All-Star, and we have a special guest.
You know horses can't vomit?
Oh my goodness, this guy here.
Did you know that?
Still going through Discovery,
It's on the internet.
Animal Network.
Yeah.
Horses can't vomit.
Man.
Let me ask you something, Ivory. Did you ever had a pet growing up?
Did I have a what?
A pet?
Yes.
What kind of pet was it?
Dogs. Only had
Dogs.
dogs.
You still have dogs, right?
I'm not a cat person.
I hate cats.
I didn't have cats. I didn't have birds.
They're lazy.
I didn't have
they're
snakes or
mean.
nothing like that. Just,
They're lazy. I just can't
dogs.
stand them. They're walking and with their patience. I guess I'm patient too, huh? Am I describing my own self there?
Yeah.
I love cats, I think.
It's only weird when you start to purr.
All right, guys. So we have a special guest, right? Are we ready for our special guest?
We need to set up his stuff, man.
Huh?
Chair and everything.
I'm sorry. Yes, set at the start. So we'll be right
We'll
back.
be right back. Special guest.
So we're back. Did we ever leave?
We did.
We did leave. Huh?
Can confirm.
So special guest of the moment, and like every special guest, we have them do something funny, awkward, right? So, special guest, you ready?
I'm not sure.
I like those words.
Can we introduce him?
No, hold on.
Oh, okay.
hold on.
You're not gonna find out who it is.
Special guest.
What is this?
Let's do your dance. Special guest has to do his special dance. Come on. Get
You
up.
already danced, man.
Special dance. Come on, we'll help you. Come on. Let's go, Chad. I did a remix. Everybody. Come on, Lucas. Okay.
All
Give it
right.
up.
Thank you.
Nice. Special guest, as you know, Chad Pennington.
All right.
I love how you said we do that with every guest. We've had one and we didn't make her do that.
Awkward moments, we said.
Although she did try
She did
breaking
do
her
that.
head through the towel.
I like that. That is a trying moment.
We're gonna
not a
edit
doing
that part out, right?
I'm sorry. We're live.
Of course.
Sorry, we can't edit. You know that, right? That camera there is live. This camera is pre-recorded.
Oh, okay.
So we caught you from both angles.
All right.
So, Mr. Chad, how's it feel? Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
If you can tell in the back, leadership, right? So today's podcast, we'll be talking about leadership. Now, this week, right? Coming week, we have our leadership summit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So is that why you're here?
Nope.
Just throwing it out.
Nope, it's
it's
next
not next
week.
week yet.
He just said it was next week.
Oh, he's prepare himself. Great.
In December we
Prepare
have
himself.
Christmas. Is that why you're here?
I like to be early.
All right. So he has to be early.
That's right.
Doesn't know what happened today in the morning. Moving on forward. So, Lucas and I, we have questions for him.
Oh.
I have one. So how did you get started in the car business?
Oh, that's a good question. My dad made me.
There you go.
No, So,
What?
Dad, if you're not listening to.
no, I started out just doing all kinds of little stuff. Cleaning up, doing little projects when I was a teenager, and sweeping floors and all kinds of stuff. And then when I was 15, started buying cars for the dealership. I don't know why I was driving when I was 15, but for some reason he let me drive. Taught me so when you buy a car, you have to sign a bill of sale. A wholesale transaction is really easy. It's like one sheet of paper, but you can't sign a bill of sale unless you're 18.
Oh.
So I was buying cars at 15. So my dad taught me how to sign his name.
Nice.
On the bill of sale.
Wow.
Very nice.
So yeah, that was kind of my start, and then just did all kinds of jobs since then. So it's been good.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
So I have another question for you. So how do you and Larry avoid the pitfalls of that family business, family dynamic?
So
It's hard journalist questions, but I'm a journalist.
no, that's a good question. That's something that we addressed several years ago. Because as a family, you're always going to have emotions get involved, and there's different dynamics there. And so we decided several years ago that we kind of drew a line and said we're going to have a certain amount of candor, and we're going to remove emotion out of it entirely, and that anything that needs to be addressed between us or there's other family in the company too, that there's an expectation that, hey, this is business, and we're going to approach it with the appropriate amount of candor and honesty and transparency, and no one's going to get offended. And we agreed on that many years ago, and it's worked out ever since.
I honestly thought you said candy. We're gonna have no candy.
No kidding.
Oh,
And
man.
I think that's a good rule for any managers, because I know a lot of managers work with their staff for so long. You almost create that family
Kind of become
dynamic
a family,
because
right?
you're around each other, 40, 50 hours a week. So it's kind of hard to have that separation. So I think that's a good rule for everybody, even if you're not family.
Right. Yeah, it's always good to set an expectation. Any type of role you're in, whether you're a store manager, any department, you have an expectation with your whether it's your coworkers or the people that work for you. Say, hey, I'm going to give you direct, honest feedback, and it's not a personal attack, but it's to make you better, to make our relationship better, to make the company better. And I mean, I think it works in business or personal relationships, both.
That goes back to don't be the victim.
Don't be the victim.
When someone tells you something like that, a corrective action, don't feel sorry for yourself and go on a pity party. That's when you don't be the victim. Awesome stuff. All right, well, we'll end it here.
All right, give us a fun fact. Something that we don't know about you. That we'd be surprised.
Surprise.
Like, my fun fact was last week that I love Notting Hill.
He's smiling about it.
Notting Hill? Is it Notting Hill?
I've never seen it.
Oh.
I don't know what you're
So
talking
Julia
about.
Roberts
That
and Hugh
movie.
Grant?
yeah.
I watch the movie
That's a
every
good
time
one.
it comes on. So that's...
So, kind of on that same note,
Uh-oh.
we'll be watching a movie with my family. I've got me and my wife, my daughter, she's 8, and my son is 5. And we'll be watching a movie, like if it's a kid's movie or, something that has like an emotional scene that, they're on the screen. It's, they're crying or whatever. And all three of the other people in my family look over and say, my daughter especially, she'll be sitting right next to me, cuddling. She goes, "Daddy, are you crying?" I'm a
She's cutting
crying.
onions. She's making an onion sandwich.
Do we have a leak in the roof?
She just gives me a hug, kisses me on the cheek. She's like, "It's okay, Daddy."
You know what crying. Pappy.
For a moment, I thought he was getting closer and closer. I'm little, so I think I'm the same height as your daughter, almost, right?
Close.
Yeah. So
She's pretty tall.
now, so what special talent do you have?
Special talent?
Yes.
Oh, man, I don't know if I have really any special talents. I'm not very
Or what
artistically
what
inclined.
useless talent do you have?
There you go.
What's that?
Useless talent.
Like juggling.
Useless talent. Golly, I don't know. That's a hard question.
I told you.
See, I
That was
can
a hard
put
question.
20 quarters on my elbow and catch them.
You can put 20 quarters on your
Right
elbow and
here.
catch them?
Catch them.
The fact that you
Not
can even
drop one.
stack 20 and keep
What
it there.
possessed you to even try that?
I don't know. It started, I don't know how it started. It started with 5. And I know my number's 20. Because at 21, I dropped one. So
How are you able to hold the stack before you even
you just got it. Yeah.
20 is
quarterback?
Yeah.
He's a lot.
Do you stack
That's
them
use of
up
talent.
or you like spread them out?
No.
Kind of thing?
Stuck it right on top.
So I
That's
pretty
useless
good bottle
talent.
flipping. I mean,
Was that
I don't
again?
know if
Really?
it's- I don't know if it's a special talent, but
Do it.
bottle. Well, it's not the right. You have to have a certain amount. Like it's got to be like
We got 3 seconds spare
a
time. so
third
you
of
can
the
drink.
bottle has to be. See, it doesn't flip. No, you can't do it with an empty bottle. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I mean, I guess I could drink this. And
Yeah, 3
make
seconds. Chuck. Stop. That's good
If he
enough.
nails it on the first flip, that's gonna be so
man.
impressive.
Ah,
You can do it.
we believe in you.
It's still too full. It's got to have.
Chug.
It's got to be like right there.
All right, chug.
We'll just
chug,
picture
chug,
you
chug.
doing it. We're all gonna
Hey,
clap.
edit that part where he did.
Yeah,
it on the
we're
first
gonna do it. We're
Yes.
standing up and then.
Dude,
Henderson
perfect.
takes Photoshop.
If you're looking, we have one for you.
Oh, you had it on that one.
Table. I know. I missed the table.
Oh.
And he nailed it. You saw that?
Oh,
It was like a
It
millisecond.
landed on the ground and it landed straight up.
It's really.
It's gonna get addicting now.
It is.
We got 5 minutes.
There we go.
So there you go.
There you go.
That is a useless talent.
He proved his useless talent maybe on the next podcast. I want to
Yeah,
see those
to prove
20
yours.
coins.
Yeah, the 20 points.
Give me
Yes.
20 quarters. It's on.
All right.
Wait, you didn't. Hang on. Time out. You claimed that you could do it, but you didn't show anybody you could do it.
No.
Hey,
Right.
pull out 20 quarters. Let's go.
Let me reach in
Next
my
podcast.
quarterback.
I'm gonna have to get my kids piggyback.
Okay, change. Next day. Mom, Dad, you see my piggyback podcast, Ivory. 20 coins.
Smashes it with a hammer.
You know how you were talking about cats the other day? There's a cat at where my wife works, and she's wanting to bring it home. And my son just fell in love with the cat because he went to see her. And he goes, "Daddy," because we're talking about like having to take the cat to the vet and get it shots and all that good stuff. And he's like, "Daddy, it's okay. Like if we need to do that, I'll take my money out of my piggy bank.
Oh, wow.
I'll pay for it." I was like, "Buddy, Mom and Daddy can take care of that. We don't need to do that."
So he took his piggy bank. Well, you said it.
You guys, it's a special honor having Chad here. I know we're looking for special guests and right moment, right time, bringing up the word leadership, right? So one of our great leaders in the company, give us a motivation or give us your best quote, what you stand by and live from.
Oh, man, I think for me, because one of the things that I decided a long time ago, just inspiration from a lot of different people, but my goal every day is to get better. And so I want to be better today than I was yesterday and tomorrow, than I am today. And so, that means a lot of different things for me. I do a lot of physical challenge where I push my limits. I'm trying to get better. I do, I read a lot of books because I want to get better. I want to be smarter. I want to get better at my job. I want to be a better father, better husband. And so, I'm always striving to be better, whatever that means. And so, because it's like I think it's probably a quote from somebody, but it's an endless pursuit because like once you grow a little bit, then you say, well, I grew that much, so well, the hope is lost. Once you grow a little bit, you say, hey, man, that I really enjoyed that process of learning that new thing or doing that new thing. What else can I do? And so it starts to become this really good snowball effect of going, man, there's a lot of potential there. I didn't know that I had this capacity. Whatever. It could be in business, could be personally, could be physically, could be your health. whatever it is. And so I started like kind of testing that limits of saying, man, how much better can I get? How much better can I get? And so that's the goal every day.
Awesome.
What book do you recommend? Because here we always talk about books, right? We recommended a book last week. 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry. What book do you recommend?
Well, something that a couple of books that are required reading amongst our leadership team is Extreme Ownership, and I know a lot of other people in the company have read it. There's another one called The Dichotomy of Leadership that I would highly recommend. It goes into the book a little bit more, but basically just talks about owning everything in your world, everything from from the good, the bad and the ugly, and not just taking responsibility for it, but also taking responsibility for the result. So you get the credit for it if something goes well, but you have to take responsibility for it if it goes bad, and not making excuses. Not making excuses. You just have to own it and fix it. And the more you do that, the more that builds. You can build that track record. You can build that character. So that's a really good book. Another one I really enjoyed was called Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and it really kind of defines why you do what you do as a company. It's more company focused, but so yeah, those are some really good books. Another secular kind of personal book I read was Can't Hurt Me. I finished that one a few weeks ago, and it talks about mastering your mind. It's written by a guy it's an ex-Navy SEAL.
Oh, that guy's insane.
Like David Goggins.
Yeah.
He's considered like the toughest man on earth because he does like these just.
How many Ironmans has he done?
Insane challenges. I don't know.
Like a ton.
I mean, he wins like the Ultraman, which is like the ultra marathons where they run 100+ miles. In 24 hours or 36.
And he does it by himself. They usually do it in teams. He does it by
Sometimes
himself.
And he doesn't listen to music when he works out or even runs, which is crazy.
Really?
He likes to just think in his head the whole time, which is insane.
He's a machine, but he talks about the limits of our mind, and that's really what spurred me, several months ago to really start testing my limits. Like, man, I think I've set my own personal limits. I've let my mind trick myself into saying, okay, you need to stop right here because you don't have anything else, and you start pushing that boundary, and you push it a little bit, and you go, well, maybe I can push a little bit farther, and maybe I can push a little bit farther. So I would highly recommend that too. It's a little bit abrasive because of the language in the book, so disclaimer there. But if you can kind of handle that, because he's just really real and honest. He has
He's raw. Extremely raw.
He's very raw. He's got a really hard past, and so he pulls no punches when it comes to describing that. But it's a really good read.
You saw that? No punches, and he firms up.
Chad actually has his own update he does.
Yes.
So tune into that. We're going to start doing it on a way more consistent basis
Yeah,
now.
we've been pretty inconsistent this year, but we're going to get back on track.
So he has the CTC update, which is kind of just updating everyone in the company on what's going on. They also throw some motivation in there as well. I know the last two you did. So look out for those the first of every month, correct?
Yep.
Snell could sleep for 3 years.
Oh, this is what
My
he does.
goodness.
He just does this sometimes.
Can we mute him, Alex? At a certain point, right? So, you guys, please make sure you subscribe to his channel, right? Have you
Does he have
created a
one?
channel? Yeah.
He's
There's
got
a channel. Pretty soon. Coming soon. Give him a like. Thumbs like. Okay. So, Chad, like every special guest that we have on board, we always ask for a joke that you know.
A joke that I know.
Give us your best joke.
Oh,
Your
man.
best.
That's a tough one.
Laugh track is ready. Laugh track is ready.
Funny or not, huh? It's ready.
That's it.
This one gets mixed reviews. I've been telling this joke probably since I was a little kid, so keep that in mind.
All right.
But I think my dad actually told me this joke when I was younger. But so they did a survey and they asked 3 people, what's the greatest invention of all time? And so I asked one guy, he's like, man, it's the TV. Like you can see what's going on right in front of you, like you're live. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good invention, the TV. So he asked another guy, and said, what's the greatest invention? He said, man, it's the telephone. It's like you can pick up the phone, call across the earth, and it's like you're right next to him talking. And like, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I get it. Telephone. And it goes to the third guy, and this guy, keep in mind, the other 2 were businessmen that they were asking. This guy, and he's as country as it gets, comes from the back hills of Louisiana, and he goes, man, what's the greatest invention of all time? He's like, it's the thermos. Like, what? Thermos? Why would it be the thermos? And he goes, well, I mean, it keeps hot stuff hot and cold stuff cold. Yeah, that's the idea of the thermos. Well, how do it know?
How do it know?
There's my joke.
The joke landed.
Hey, laugh track.
We're at one. We're editing that one in.
She was waiting. It was baking at 4:45 before I finished cooking there. That was
Chad.
decent. That was decent.
So, laugh track, we assigned her an extra role today. Keep up with time. So,
We are at time right
we
now.
way past time.
We are.
So,
Good job.
thank you, laugh track.
I said 5 minutes.
What?
When?
Yeah, there was 5 minutes left.
You didn't scream it.
I did. You guys ignored me.
Scream it right now.
Women
No,
blink
we're
twice
past
as
3
often
minutes.
as men. Did you know that?
What?
Again?
Women blink twice as often as men.
And she's blinking right now. That's why.
See, look, she like, what? What?
Oh,
Ah, is that what it is?
they do that with you, Raul, with that beautiful hair. So,
Women have 10 times as many thoughts in a 1 minute period as men do.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's a true fact.
Hey, I do the facts.
I just learned that.
I do the facts, man. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, bro.
stay lane.
I believe that, though.
Oh, dude, word of the day.
Word day.
Oh,
You ready?
yeah.
Word of the day. Special guest, go.
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
So text that to the number.
It's on the
we should
screen like
probably start
always.
remembering the
We
number.
always put it on screen. Don't forget. So we're working the visual part, not just the hearing. Okay. So keep up with the word of the day. What was it again?
Lasagna.
And this time it's spelled correctly. Thank you.
Wait, is it lasagna
Lasagna.
or lasagna?
Lasagna.
Italians say lasagna.
It's
Do
lasagna.
you really?
No. So guys, so motivational quote. It's not a quote. It's all about
the word.
The word leadership. Real quick, coming over from. Did I say coming over? I was in Oklahoma, right? So I was at the airport and I picked up a little book, just my size. I love this little guy. It is a minute motivators for leaders. I love this book because any page that you turn into
Has words.
has words
I
on
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh, is that what a book is?
that's what a book is, man.
What?
I only read one with pictures in it.
Now, kind of goes with what Chad was explaining about him growing up and also about promoting the MIT, what it takes. And on this book here, I open up in this little section. It says hard work. Okay. I just want to real quick read a quote. When building a team, I always search for people who love to win. If I can't find any of those, I look for people who hate to lose. All right. So, hard work, you guys, leaders. Okay. Also on the book. Okay. Is it called copyright? If I'm just reading out loud.
No, as long as you
I give 'em-
reference.
Okay.
give 'em
There we
credit.
go. Just making sure. All right.
Air quote.
Leaders can't pass the buck. It's up to them to get the job done, and they know it. But getting the job done often includes personal sacrifice. Leaders understand that sacrifice begins at the top. When the team works late, they stick with them. When the project bogs down, they pitch in to help. You guys, as leaders, it's not just because you have the title, you earn the rights to just demand. You have to work with them. So in order for your people to grow, you technically have to grow with them. You have to show them the path. And just because you're a leader, that doesn't mean that you know it all. So you find the person that knows it and you follow that person that knows it for the task you want to complete. Okay, so leadership, you guys, please. I would always look forward to getting a mentor, right? If you ever lost and you just don't know what to do, look up to your leaders. And most of the time, a leader is not just a person with a title. It could be mom or dad, right? It could be your coworker. It could be your neighbor. So leadership is all around us, all right? So remember, I live by this. I always walk around as if I had a camera behind me because someone's always looking at me. Motivation of the day.
There you go.
Yeah, I think the biggest misconception with promotion of managers that think I'm promoted and I need to work less. It's actually the complete opposite. That's when you have to work harder.
The expectation raises at that
Absolutely.
point because
Yes.
there's always more. Like you said, there's always more eyes on you for sure.
Yes, sir. So that concludes our podcast of the
Fantastic
day.
Friday.
Nice.
You guys, did we promise we're gonna keep this short?
We did, and you're late for your webinar.
Yes, I am. So sorry, you guys. I had to run, but I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Now, remember, All-Stars, we want more All-Stars. Please submit. Any leaders out there, please submit a new All-Star that you want to recognize, right? Recognition. Give them recognition. We'll invite them over if we're in town, okay?
Did you
So,
know Abraham Lincoln dogfighter was also assassinated?
Sweet. We actually want to start inviting the All-Stars to sit in here during the podcast as well. So
Yes.
just bring people by, man. Just come in here and enjoy the atmosphere. Have a good time.
so I want to say special thanks to Raul
And Mr.
and
Pennington.
Chad. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Very much.
Thank you, guys. We're going forward.
Yes, sir.
What is it? Like Family Guy? Not Family Guy. Full House. Cut it out.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
We're going to edit that part out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday